Hello, welcome to my presentation video. This day, I will introduce you more about Omicron virus and how to protect your body against the Omicron variant by following 8 simple procedures in this lesson. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Satria Semadi Putra, but you can call me Dwi. I'm from Social 4 and number 24. So, the lessons today there are: what is Omicron virus, Omicron symptoms, and 8 simple procedures. So let's start the lesson. First, what is Omicron virus? The Omicron variant of COVID-19 has been called a variant of concern by World Health Organization based on the evidence that it has several mutations that may have an impact on how it behaves. There is consistent evidence that Omicron is spreading significantly faster than the Delta variant in countries with documented community transmission with a doubling time of 2 until 3 days. The overall risk rate on this new variant remains very high. Omicron has been detected in most countries after the variant was first detected in November 2021. So, next topic is about Omicron's symptoms. The top 5 Omicron symptoms in both periods were: number 1, runny nose. A runny nose is excess nasal drainage. It may be a thin clear fluid, thick mucus, or something in between. The drainage may run out of your nose, down the back of your throat, or both. The terms rhinorrhea and rhinitis are often used to refer to a runny nose. Number 2, headache. Headache is defined as pain arising from the head or upper neck of the body. The pain originates from the tissues and structures that surround the skull or the brain because the brain itself has no nerves that give rise of the sensation of pain or pain fibers. Number 3, fatigue. Fatigue is a term used to describe an overall feeling of tiredness or lack of energy. It isn't that the same as simply feeling drowsy or sleepy. Number 4, sore throat. A sore throat is pain, scratchiness, or irritation of the throat that often worsens when you swallow. The most common cause of a sore throat or pharyngitis is a viral infection, such as a cold or a flu. A sore throat caused by a virus resolves on its own. And number 5 is sneezing. Sneezing is caused by irritation to the mucous membranes of the nose or throat. It can be very bothersome, but it really a sign of a serious problem. Sneezing can be due to allergy to pollen or hay fever, mold, dander, or dust. So the last lesson in this video is the 8 simple procedures how to protect your body against the Omicron variant. First, wearing a mask. The benefits of using a mask are not new. However, wearing N95 and KN95 mask during Omicron surges is recommended. Try it if that feels better to you. However, medical masks can also prevent transmission. The most important thing is to make sure you wear the mask properly, covering your mouth and nose. So here are the basic how to wear a mask. First, clean your hands before you put your mask on, as well as before and after you take it off, and after you touch it at any time. Next, make sure it covers both your nose, mouth, or chin. Number 3, when you take off the mask, Store it in a clean plastic bag, and every day either wash it if it's a birthday or dispose of a medical mask in a trash bin. Number two, do a vaccination. Vaccination is the best line of defense against infection. Vaccination is the best way to prevent disease. Higher vaccination rates also reduce the chance for the new coronavirus to spread and develop into new variants including Omicron. If a booster vaccine is available, it's a good idea to take advantage of it. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) updated the booster injection guidelines on November 29, 2021, for all vaccinated older to get a booster shot at least 6 months after a second dose messenger RNA or mRNA vaccine or 2 months after a single dose of Johnson and Johnson vaccine. Number 3, washing hands. How to prevent further Omicron variants by washing hands. Looks simple, but has a big impact when you wash your hands regularly. In addition to avoiding the risk of virus, you can also prevent various diseases. Regular hand washing with soap can kill germs that are transmitted through the hands. You can wash your hands with soap and water. Rinse the running water. If this is not possible, try to bring hand sanitizer. Next, here are the basics of how to wash your hands properly. First, wet your hands with water. 2. Apply enough soap to cover your hands. Number 3. Rub your hands together. Next, use one hand to rub the back of the other hand and clean it between the fingers. So do the same with the other hand. Number 5. Rub your hands together and clean it between your fingers. Rub your thumb using your other hands. Do the same with the other thumb. Next, rub the tips of your fingers on the palm of your other hand. Do the same with the other hand. Number 9. Rinse your hand with water. Number 10. Dry your hands completely with a disposable towel. And the last step is use the disposable towel to turn off the tap. Number 4. Boost immunity. There's no less important increase immunity by maintaining a healthy lifestyle, such as consuming nutritious food, multiplying fruits, vegetables, and vitamins, and exercising. Make sure you eat regularly and don't skip meals. Meanwhile, being active can be done simply, such as yoga, cycling, or just walking around the house for 15 minutes. The existence of a healthy lifestyle can help the body's metabolism faster. Number 5. Keep in distance. When close interaction with others is likely, such as essential trips to the grocery store or gas station, the CDC recommends wearing a cloth face covering over your mouth and nose and staying at least 6 feet away from the others. If you expect to attend a gathering, wear a face covering and stay at least 6 feet away from the other as well. Number 6. COVID-19 test. You can do a PCR test to detect the COVID-19 virus. If you want to know more, a swab from a PCR test sent to the lab for analysis can show if the variant can cause visible infection like Omicron, Delta, or something else. Reporting from the BBC, less than half of UK laboratories have technology needed to detect suspect case of Omicron. This means that in some areas it can be detected more quickly than in others. Number 7. Improve ventilation. Did you know that the enclosed room with air conditioning can increase the transmission of virus and bacteria? Therefore, during this pandemic, It is important to prevent the transmission of COVID-19 indoors. Make sure to arrange good ventilation to get smooth air circulation and get sunlight. You can open the window of each room for smoother and optimal air exchange. Plus, improve ventilation and air filtration wherever you go. And the last step is rules after traveling. It is also important to adhere to self-isolation after traveling abroad or when reaching your destination. Keep your distance when getting off the queue when arriving or getting off the transport. Follow COVID-19 guidelines in local authorities upon arrival at airports, stations, or ports. If there are quarantine rules after traveling, obey them. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention or CDC recommendations in the last guidelines shorten the quarantine process from 10 days to 5 days after being infected by COVID-19 without symptoms. Despite the pros and cons of the new guidelines, avoid ignoring quarantine after a long trip. So that's the 8 simple procedures to protect your body against the Omicron virus. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.